Every afternoon around 3:30, she'd come walking down that boulevard to me. Pink summer dress and a smile so bright, turning Hollywood gold in the evening light. I stood by the diner, pretending not to stare, brushing dust from my jacket, fixing up my hair. She never knew my name, I never said hello, and every day I watched her come and go. I kept telling myself, tomorrow I'll be brave, but tomorrow kept slipping away. She was the girl from Sunset Boulevard, the prettiest dream beneath the stars. I never held her hand, never knew her heart, but she stayed with me after she was gone. She was the girl from Sunset Boulevard, a beautiful story that never got far. Though we never began, I still wonder who you are. My girl from Sunset Boulevard. Summer faded into autumn leaves. The movie lights still glowed along the streets, but one September afternoon so gray, she never came walking my way. I waited by the corner for a week or two, asked the soda shop if anybody knew. Nobody seemed to know where she'd gone, and suddenly the dream moved on. The years rolled by like old Cadillacs, but some memories never fade to black. She was the girl from Sunset Boulevard, the prettiest dream, the prettiest dream beneath the stars. I never held her hand, never knew her heart. Ooh, but she stayed with me after she was gone. She was the girl from Sunset Boulevard, a beautiful story that never got far. Though we never began, I still wonder who you are. My girl from Sunset Boulevard. Now it's decades later, and the world has changed. The diners disappeared, the old signs rearranged. But sometimes when the sunset paints the sky, I swear I see your silhouette passing by, like a scene from an old movie reel. Her love I never got to feel. You were the girl from Sunset Boulevard, the sweetest dream beneath the stars. I never heard your voice, never touched your heart, yet you've lived with me every evening on my way downtown, past the movie lights and the painted town. There you were beneath the neon glow, walking where the summer breezes blow. I knew the rhythm of your steps by heart, like a favorite song right from the start. But I stayed silent while the world moved by, just another dream I let pass by. You'd stop sometimes by the record store, then disappear behind the theater door. Conversations in my mind, but left every single one behind. The jukebox played our song somehow, though there never wasn't us back then. Funny how a lonely heart can pretend when it's afraid of what might happen. Would you have smiled my way? Would we have danced beneath the stars on some forgotten Saturday? If I had crossed that street, would you remember me tonight? Or were you only meant to be the dream that stayed just out of sight? One day you were simply gone, like the ending of an old love song. No goodbyes, no final scene, just an empty place where you'd once been. The boulevard kept rolling on, new faces came and seasons passed, but somehow your memory lasted longer than all the loves I thought would last. Now I'm older than my father was, the city's changed and so have I, but every sunset paints your shadow across the corners of my mind. I've loved and lost, I've laughed and cried, but some unfinished stories never really die. If I had said hello, maybe we'd be strangers now. Maybe nothing would have happened. Maybe fate would not allow. But I'll never know the answer, and that's what hurts the most. Not losing you, but losing the chance to find out who you were. Shoe-bop, shoe-bop. The years keep rolling by. Shoe-bop, shoe-bop. Still wondering why 1,000 memories came and went, 1,000 faces passed me by, but you're the one I never knew. And somehow you're the one I can't forget. Shoe-bop. Good night.
some dreams fade away. I used to stand outside the corner cafe, watching the whole world drift away. The movie signs would start to glow, and right on time, there you'd go. A little white sweater, your books in hand, like you belong to some better plan. The city rushed, but I stood still, lost inside a silent thrill. You never looked my way for long. You never knew you were my favorite song. Every evening felt brand new, just because the sunset brought me you. The boys with courage crossed your path, while I hid behind my aftermath, building castles no one saw, held together by hope alone. Doo-wop, doo-wop. Why was I afraid? Doo-wop, 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 of the words I never said. You walked through my life without knowing, like a star that crossed the summer sky. I never touched your hand, never heard your dreams, but losing you still makes me cry. You walked through my life without knowing, and somehow that hurts the most. Not because I loved and lost, but because we never got close. Then one day the boulevard changed, though every street remained the same. The traffic rolled, the crowds moved on, but your familiar face was gone. I searched the windows, searched the rain, waited through the holidays again, but time kept pulling me away, while my heart refused to change. Now I'm sitting in a different town, with silver hair and slowing down. Yet sometimes when the evening falls, I still hear those distant boulevard calls. And all the loves I've known since then somehow never quite compare to the girl who lived inside my heart without ever knowing she was there. You walked through my life without knowing, like a melody I couldn't keep, a beautiful page in a book never written, a promise that never reached me. You walked through my life without knowing, still shining somewhere in my mind. Forever young, forever passing, forever 1959. The theater lights are dim tonight. but your memory still shines. Some people remember the love they had. I remember the love I never had. Sha-la-la-la. Good night, Sunset Boulevard. Sha-la-la-la. Under the Hollywood sky, some words arrive too late. Every evening at 5:45, you'd pass the drugstore on Sunset Strip. The world kept spinning all around, but when you appeared, it slowed right down. The movie signs would start to glow. The palm trees danced in the evening gold. And there I'd stand like yesterday, watching my courage slip away. I memorized the way you'd smile, the way you'd pause for just a little while, the color of your ribbon bow. Funny the things a lonely heart can know. I wrote your name inside my head in every conversation left unsaid, building a love from passing glances, living on impossible chances. Do-wop, do-wop. Why didn't I try? Do-wop, do-wop. Why did I let the years go by? You're the letter I never wrote, the song I never sang, the hand I never reached for when the church bells rang. You're the road I never followed, the chance I let drift away. And after all this time, I still replay that day. Then one afternoon the world grew strange. The boulevard looked just the same, but your footsteps never came again, and nothing felt familiar then. Autumn arrived, then Christmas snow, then came another summer glow. The years kept calling me ahead, but somehow you stayed behind instead. Now the theaters have different names, and half the neon lights are gone. The city learned to live without us, but my memory holds on. People ask about my first true love, and I smile but never explain how the deepest heartbreak of my life never even knew my name. You're the letter I never wrote, the dream that never came true, not because you left me behind, but because I never reached you. You're the chapter without an ending, the prayer that never found the sky, and the hardest thing about loving you is not knowing why. Shoo-bop. The boulevard sleeps tonight. Shoo-bop. Beneath the fading lights, I don't remember every face, I don't remember every year, but I remember one girl walking through the California
disappearing forever.
Good night, Sunset Boulevard.
Good night,
Sunset Boulevard. Hollywood lights are glowing, but some dreams never begin. Every evening after work was done, I'd walk beneath the California sun, past the movie houses dressed in gold, past the stories that the screens had told. Then I'd see you by the Pantages sign, a little moment that was never mine. You'd brush your hair and look around while the city made its evening sound. I knew the color of your favorite dress, the way you smiled when you seemed careless, the books you carried in your hands, the way you walked like you had plans. But I was young and full of fear, watching every day from year to year. 1,000 words stayed locked inside while old Chevrolets rolled by. And every sunset I would say, tomorrow won't slip away. But tomorrow never came, and I never learned your name. Now the lights of old Hollywood don't shine quite the same. You became a memory before you were a love of mine, just a face beneath the marquee, frozen somewhere in time. Then one October afternoon, the boulevard felt strangely blue. The crowds were there, the traffic rolled, but your place in the world stood cold. They waited through the autumn rain, then Christmas lights, then spring again. The city moved, the years flew by, but I never found out why. Some people lose a love they knew. I lost the chance to know you. Tomorrow never came, and I never learned your name. Now the lights of old Hollywood don't shine quite the same. You became a memory before you were a love of mine, just a face beneath the marquee, frozen somewhere in time. Now the theaters are fading and the old cafes are gone. The records keep on playing, but the world keeps moving on. Still sometimes in the evening glow, when palm tree shadows cross the road, I catch a glimpse that isn't there, and find you waiting
I still see you there, walking through the neon air. The years went by, but you never said goodbye. Beneath the marquee, still waiting in 1959.
The city glows tonight, like it did in '59. The same red sunset painted Hollywood, just the way an old postcard said it would. Neon flickered on the theater walls, while evening slowly settled over us all. Every day I'd see you passing by, golden California in your eyes, a little smile that disappeared too soon, like a song that faded with the moon. And I told myself, tomorrow, that's what I always said. You'd walk beneath the palm tree, shadows long, while car radios played their favorite songs. I knew your face better than my own, yet somehow left my heart alone. The boys downtown seemed twice as brave. I watched my chances drift away. 1,000 hellos filled my mind, but never made it past the night. Now every time the evening falls, I still see your shadow on those walls, standing where the dream began, before it slipped right through my hands. Oh, if I'd found the words somehow, would you remember me right now? Or was I only meant to lose the girl I never knew? Then one September came and went, and suddenly your footsteps disappeared. No farewell wave, no final glance, just silence hanging in the air. The boulevard kept moving on, movie stars and midnight crowds, but part of me stayed frozen there, among the lights and distant sounds. Years turned into decades, the seasons came and flew. I've forgotten many faces, but somehow not you. Maybe that's the cruelest thing about the roads we never take. Sometimes the smallest moment becomes the biggest day. Now every time the evening falls,
never knowing. So doo-wop, doo-wop. One more sunset on the boulevard. Doo-wop, doo-wop. One more dream inside my heart. The city changed, the years moved on, but some memories never learn goodbye. Doo-wop, doo-wop. Good night, Hollywood. Good night, Hollywood.
Late summer in Hollywood. Some memories stay forever. The sun would sink behind the hills and paint the boulevard in gold. The traffic hummed its evening song while dreams were bought and sold. Then you'd appear from down the street, like you belonged inside a movie scene. And every time you passed me by, the whole world felt 17. I knew the coffee shop you liked, the corner where you'd stop and wait. I knew the way you tucked your hair, but never challenged fate. The words were always on my lips, but fear was stronger than my heart. And every chance I meant to take fell quietly apart. The last time I saw her smile, I didn't know it'd be goodbye. I thought there'd be another day, another sunset in the sky. The last time I saw her smile, so she disappeared into the crowd. And all these years I've carried her without saying her name out loud. The leaves arrived, the seasons turned, the movie posters came and went. The city changed its face 1,000 times, but my heart stayed where she left. I married life, I chased my dreams, I crossed oceans and county lines. But sometimes one unfinished moment outlives an entire lifetime. Now the old theaters are memories, the neon signs no longer shine. But when the evening shadows fall, she's still walking through my mind. Not every broken heart comes from goodbye, not every tear comes from a loss. Sometimes the deepest ache of all is wondering what it would have cost to simply say hello. The last time I saw her smile, I didn't know it'd be the end. I thought life
And after all these years, the strangest thing remains true. I still miss someone I never knew. The night keeps rolling on, but some dreams never move on. The city forgot, the years moved by, but somewhere inside an old Hollywood sunset, she's still smiling. Good night, my almost love.
Hollywood after dark. Some stories never begin. There was a drugstore on the corner and a movie house across the street. Every evening after work, I'd watch the city lose its heat. Then you'd appear from out of nowhere, like California sunlight after rain. You never stopped, you never stopped, you never stayed, never stayed. But somehow nothing felt the same. You weren't mine, you never were, not even for a little while. But every lonely heart can build a lifetime from a smile. I knew the sound of your footsteps, I knew the hour you'd come around. Funny how a stranger's face can become your favorite sound. She never knew she broke my heart, she never knew my name, she never heard the silent prayers I whispered in the rain. She never knew she changed my life with every passing glance. And the saddest thing I'll ever know is I never took the chance. Then one day, the sidewalk empty, the boulevard carried on. The traffic lights kept changing colors, but suddenly you were gone. No goodbye beneath the palm trees, no final wave beneath the stars, just an empty stretch of sunset and a silence in my heart. Doo-wop. Where did she go? Doo-wop. Nobody knows. Doo-wop. Years drift away. Doo-wop. But memories stay. Now the records spin more slowly, and the mirror shows my age. The world became a different story, but you're still on every page.
cherished moment can outlive a lifetime long. Sha-la-la-la, the city sleeps tonight. Sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, beneath the fading light. She never knew, she never knew, she never knew. And maybe that's the reason I still remember her. Hollywood, 1959.